Welcome everyone to today's Fusion Flow session. For today's class, I would recommend that you have perhaps a couple blocks available for you. This can help you reach the floor when folding forward. It can also create a little bit more space between the torso and the legs when we're in our lunging positions, and just in general makes the practice a little bit more easily accessible. So please feel free to have that. You might also choose to have a folded blanket that you could place underneath your knees when we are kneeling, or perhaps to sit on for the meditation, or to cover yourself with in our final relaxation. So today's class is going to be a fusion of yoga forms with Pilates repertoire. I'm going to attempt to offer this to you in a flow style. And it's super important, whether you're practicing with me live this morning or whether you're doing this class at some other time in your day or week, to remember that it's okay for you to modify. It's perfectly encouraged for you to pause and take a break. It will be a 45-minute class. So you might choose to do 15 minutes now and then maybe do the rest of the class another time. So however you need to change the practice so that you can actually engage in the practice is what you should do. All right, so let's come to stand on your mat, and your feet are about hip width apart, perhaps looking down at your toes, pressing them into the earth as you shift your weight into the toes, and then letting your weight sink back into your heel. So you're just doing a little bit of forward and back rocking motion just to reacquaint yourself with all of the muscles in your feet. Just noticing how the shifting forwards and backwards changes how you engage the muscles in your legs, changes how you engage the muscles of your feet. Basically, just taking a moment to reacquaint yourself with the furthest reaches of our body, the part that connects to the earth. And in my opinion, one of the most important parts of our body. And then pausing for a moment and perhaps now exploring a little bit of that side to side action. So again, noticing how moving side to side changes the contraction, and perhaps even more simply, just the sensations in the right and left leg, the right and left foot, the inside and outside edges of the feet. Again, there's no right experience to have. We're just simply noticing the changes that come with movement. And then as you're ready, coming to a place of stillness, allowing the shoulders to relax away from the ears. The arms can hang gently at your sides. It might feel nice for you to turn your palms forward as you roll the shoulder blades back, or it might feel better to allow the palms to face the thighs, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And let's just take a couple moments here as we inhale through the nose. And then exhale. You might choose to close your eyes if that feels right. Inhaling and exhaling. Just taking a moment to acknowledge that you're stepping onto your mat for some self-care, some much needed self-practice. I know in my life, much needed. Exhaling. And now one more breath. And exhaling. All right, let's move into some movement. So let's take the feet a little bit wider apart, maybe as wide as the shoulders, and maybe a little bit wider. And we're just going to start some rotation. So as you rotate from side to side, see how I'm rotating to the left and my right heel comes up, and as I rotate to the right, my left heel comes up. So just allowing the feet to move to give you a little bit more access and rotation, allowing the torso to turn, maybe swinging your arms, just getting the body a little bit more warmed up. Noticing the movement in the feet, bending the knees if you need to, changing your stance if you need to. You might now start to bend at the elbow and make contact with the body as you press the arms along the back, along the adrenals and your kidneys, and along the front, along your abdomen, digestive system, just getting all of that warmed up, nice and easy, just getting some blood moving. Good. And then as you're ready, just coming to stillness, maybe letting the hips go, bending the knees. Now you might want to walk your feet a little bit wider apart, turn the toes out. So as we start to do a little bit of side lunging here, we want the toes and the knees to be pointing in the same direction. So as we go right, we want that right knee to sort of track over top of the second and third toe. And as we go left, we want that left knee to track also over top of the second and third toe. So just modifying that as much as you need. It doesn't have to be big. We're just moving here. Now, as we go right, we're going to take the left arm and we're going to swing and reach down. Swing and reach down. Swing and reach down. Swing. Now on this last one, we're going to pause here. We're going to hold and reach away. And then reach. Knee and toes traveling the same direction. Reach back. Reach away. Get a little bit of heat happening in those quads. Good. And then let's go the other side. So we're going to swing and reach down. Swing. I'll do 3 more here. Reach. And 2. And 1. And pause here. Readjusting for the hold. And we're just going to reach back and forward. So just starting to warm up a little bit into the quads, noticing a bit of a stretch perhaps along the right outer thigh or the right inner thigh. And let's do 2 more. Let's reach and down. 1 more. Let's reach. And then let's come back up to center. Take the heels and walk them in a little bit. So the toes are still, whoo, almost lost my balance. So the toes are still pointing out. We're just going to move into a bit of a plie. So again, or a wide angled squat, if that sounds better. Toes are pointing out. You're just going to come down and press up. Come down, press through the heels and press up. Core is strong, shoulders are back. Coming down, pressing up. If you wanted to, you could reach with the arms and down. Let's do 4 more. And press. And 3. And press. And 2. And press. We're going to hold the 1 here. Okay. And we're just going to pulse down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 1 more. Inhaling. Exhaling, breathing. However it feels right for you. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up. Arms down. We're going to do that form again. We're just going to change the movement. So we're going to come down into a squat and we're just going to go right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel. Holding that core, sitting down, pressing those knees back. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hands to hips, pause here. Both heels, whoop, and down. Wasn't ready for that. If you lose your balance, just find it again. Here we go. Both heels and down. Be careful that, like me, you don't try to lift your heels too high because that's going to pitch you forward, which is what happened there. So let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And then press heel toe in. Remember, we're not looking for perfect. We're just looking for whatever it is that is your best for today. Let's come to the top edge of the mat. Move into some half sun salutations. Now that our lower body is warmed up, let's work a little bit with the upper body. Inhale to reach. Exhale, arms come out, fold forward. This might be a good place to have your blocks, so you might want to have them handy to have under your hands. Hands to thighs. And then fold. Press down. Reach up, arms to the sky. Hands come down to heart. Remember, we're just pulling in, cinching in a little bit across this midsection to create a little bit of tone, drawing the outsides of the waistline in towards the center. Let's go again. Inhaling, exhaling. Hands can come down the midline if that feels right for you. Hands to thighs. Maybe give your support dog a little pat and then fold. Press up, arms long, and hands to heart. 1 more time. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Hands to thighs. And fold. Press down as you roll up, hands to the sky. Now keep the hands here, grab the left wrist with the right hand, and let's just pull to the right. Press down firm with that left leg. Inhale to come to center, switch sides. Let's pull to the left, opening through that right body. Inhale to center, exhale, dive forward. Hands to thighs, reach. Core is strong here, holding down. Press down, roll up. We're gonna do one more time. Clasp the right wrist with the left hand, pull to the right. Pull to the left. Inhale, come to center. Other side, pull to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to come down. Let's do a little bit of work in our chair pose. So we're gonna sweep down and we're gonna take the hands in front. Pause here, inhale. Now you might choose to bring your hands to your heart, or you might choose to take your arms to the sky, your choice. Let's go right, left, right, left. 8, 7, hold that core. 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up, hands come down. Let's go again, inhale here. Let's do a forward fold, exhale. Hands to thighs, sit down your seat, shoulders down. Let's come back into our chair pose. We're just warming up here. Let's pause. Now we can try both heels and down. Both heels and down. 8 more. 8 and 7. Big quad work. 6, 5. Remember, hands can come to your heart. 4, 3, 2. Let's pause, hold balance, hands to heart. We're gonna hold your balance. 8, 7, hold the core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, heels down, fold forward, hands to thighs, flat to the spine, fingers to toes. Let's step back. And we're just gonna come into a piked plank. So we're not quite down dog, and we're not quite piked plank. So we're in a little bit of a bear form, okay? So just find your bearings here, see how it feels. Now we'll move into our long plank if that feels right for you. So shift your weight forward, shoulders over the wrist, seat comes down. If you like, you can take your knees down for a modified version. Good, and we're just gonna move back and forth between plank and down facing dog. And plank. So remember, you could come onto knees and down facing dog. And plank. Remember, you can come onto knees if you like. And dog. And plank. And dog. Take those knees down. Let yourself sit back into your shell stretch or child's pose, whatever you choose to call. Breathe here as you inhale. And exhale. We're going to move into another variation of plank, but we're going to move from the forearms and we're going to do something that's called plank rainbows. So let's come up onto hands and knees. Now, if you choose not to do rainbows, then you can just hold your modified plank here, or you can hold your modified plank from elbows here. Okay, if you want to join me for the plank rainbows, you're going to take your forearms down. Elbows are going to be under your shoulder. I like to create a little bit of a tripod because that feels good for me. You can interlace your hands if you like. And now you're just going to extend your legs, come into your long, low plank. And the rainbow part, pardon me, is we're going to go to the right, and then we're going to go to the left, and the right, and the left. And we're going to go for 6, and 5, 4, ooh, a little adjustment, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center, bring the knees in, come up onto hands, and let's move in to some cat and cow. So here we go. Let's move into a gentle arch, rounding through the back. Really pulling up on that core, using those abdominal muscles to create that rounding action. Fixing your clothes if needed, and then You might choose to pause in neutral, or if it feels right, you can explore your cow. And then around. And cow. And round. So we're going to explore this one more variation. Let's see how this works for you. So you could choose to keep your hands here, or if it feels right, let's try turning the palms. So the palms are going to turn to face back. If this is not available, just keep your hands in their neutral form, or turn the palms back. This is going to be a big stretch along the forearms, great for computer arms or people if you've been driving a lot. And we're just going to just gently rock the tiniest little bit back and forward. You don't have to go very far. Rocking back will increase the stretch along the forearms. See if you can think of rolling the shoulder blades back as well as we open through the chest. Okay, and if it feels all right here, come to neutral and we can work through our cat and cow, rounding through the back, lowering the head. Inhale, moving in to our cow. Exhaling to round. Inhaling. Exhaling to round. Inhaling. Let's do one more. Exhaling to round. And then inhaling. All right. Let those hands spin forward. Take a little bit of side to side with the hips. Now at this point, if you're feeling like you need a little bit of a break from your wrists, you might choose to come down into whatever version of child's pose feels right for you. And again, you can go side to side here, just allowing yourself to give a little bit of movement. And then as you're ready, coming up onto hands and knees, we're going to move into our downward facing dog. So let's tuck the toes under, let's sit the hips back, and let's press back into our downward facing dog. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale. Let's inhale, come forward to plank. Core is strong. Let's take the knees down. We'll move into our little cobra. So slowly lowering to the earth, tops of the feet pressing down. And then let's take a little cobra. We'll do 3 of these. And then exhale down. And a little cobra. And then exhale down. Go one more time, little cobra. And then exhale down, toes tuck under, press up and back. Downward facing dog. Stay here as you breathe in. And then exhale. Looking up at your hands, bend the knees. Let's walk the feet up. Yep. Hands to thighs, flatten through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to fold. Press down as you roll up, hands to the sky. And then hands to your heart. So we're going to revisit that chair pose. Reach the arms down. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, let's fold forward. We're going to move into Sun Sal B, hands to thighs. Fingers to toes. Let's step back into our plank form. Now, either from toes or from knees, roll those shoulder blades back. Let's lengthen down, tops of the feet down. Find whatever cobra works for you, little, medium, or big. Exhale to come forward, toes tucked, press back. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to step into warrior 1. So let's take that right leg. We're going to reach it up. Don't knock over any furniture. Bend the knee. Place the right foot up between your hands. Take your left heel, turn it in and place it down, and then rise up, hands to the sky. Warrior 1. Hands to the earth. Step back plank. From knees or toes, your choice. Let's lower down. Tops of the feet press down. Cobra, little, big, small, your choice, or little, big, medium, pardon me. Downward facing dog. Same thing, left side, left leg goes up. Bend the knee, step up, however you get there, just get there, place that right heel, turned in and down, rise up, hands to the sky. Warrior 1, use your forearms to adjust your glasses. And then hands down the midline, step back plank. Core strong, knees or toes, your choice. Lower, little, big, or medium cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step or walk, hands to thighs. Fold down, press down, rise up, hands to the sky, and then arms down. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep down. Let's take our chair. Inhaling. Exhale, let's fold. Hands to thighs, inhale. Fingers to toes, step, walk back, your choice, plank, knees down, shoulders back if you like, lower. Tops of the feet down. Press firm with those tops of the feet. Inhale. Small, medium, or big. Forehead down, toes tuck, down facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, right foot steps up, left heel turns in and down. Warrior one, reach, hands to the sky. Sweeping the arms down, step back, knees down, or from your toes, your choice. Cobra, we'll do that one more time on the other side. Press back. Left leg rises. Bend the knee, step up, heel turns in, arms long, reaching, shoulders down, hands down. Plank from toes or from knees. Good. Remember, pause, break, breathe when you need. Press back, downward facing dog. Pause here as you inhale. Pause here as you exhale. Pause here as you inhale. Pause here as you exhale. Now let's walk our hands back towards our feet as we bend our knees. Now, we're gonna move into Malasana, which is squat. So for some of us, we'll be great just turning our toes out, widening our stance a little bit, and we're just gonna come to sit down in a deep squat. Hands can be pressing into, hands pressing together, forearms into inner thighs. Now, for some of us, it's just not happening today. So if that's the case, you have the option of just coming down into a squat here, or you could take your blocks and place them under your heels or a bolster, and then take your squat. And you're gonna find that perhaps blocks under heels will work better for you. So just wherever you are, just taking a bit of a squat. We're not gonna be here long. Stay here as you inhale and exhale. Remember, if you like to have your feet on the floor, then go ahead and have your feet on the floor, but really press with your arms and send your heart forward. Even if you're just in a squat here, press down with your arms, draw your shoulder blades back, reach through your neck. We'll be here for 4, 3, 2, and now wherever you are, I'm gonna ask you to transition to your seat on the floor. So whatever that looks like for you, it might look graceful, it might not. Scooching forward, we're gonna do a little bit of rolling like a ball. So let's take the feet in front, hands on knees, use the hands to draw the spine long. Stay here as you inhale. Exhale, let's scoop and roll halfway back. So really pulling that navel in nice and strong. So that Pilates contraction of drawing in through the core, and then inhale, stack. And then exhale. And then inhale, stack. Let that chin tuck in slightly, exhale. And then inhale, stack. Now exhale, let's take your C curve. Let's go into rolling like a ball. Let's move those feet back. If you wanted to, you could even put that block between your knees to get those adductors working a little bit. You can leave your hands on the fronts of the knees. You can come up. Now, if this is challenging for you, if you've already gone into the Thunderdome where the abdominals are shaking, you can help yourself out by taking your hands underneath your legs, and you can help yourself more by getting rid of the block. So adding the block is going to increase the challenge. But just squeezing here, and we'll just do a couple little prep rolls. So you're going to inhale partway back, exhale to come forward. Inhale partway back, exhale to come forward. Inhale partway back, exhale. So you can stay here with the baby rolls, or you can roll full with me. Hands can come forward. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, we can add a challenge here. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, squeeze the block, press strong quads. Inhale, exhale, reach. Good. Hang on to the knees. Ditch the block. However you can, transition to the floor. Head down. Open the knees, flex the feet. Take your arms down. Now, core is engaged here. We're going to imprint or rock that pelvis back a little bit so we're pressing into the mat. If you know that you need a little bit of extra support, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? You can take your hands and then take them under your seat like a little wedge. That's going to help you stay in this form. Just make sure that if you do that, your shoulders don't jut forward. You're still trying to roll your shoulders back. Okay, otherwise you can just take your hands and place them down. Shoulders are open. We're just going to go into bend and stretch. So we're little froggy legs here, bend and stretch. We're going to inhale, exhale, squeeze and press as straight and as close together as you can get them today. Inhale, exhale, squeeze and press. Hold that core. Inhale, exhale for 5. Inhale down, hold that core. Exhale for 4. Really squeeze those inner thighs together. Inhale. Exhale for 3, holding strong. Inhale. Exhale for 2, shoulders are back. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Take your legs parallel, okay? If you need to take a break, you can draw your knees into your chest. Otherwise, hold your legs extended here, just squeezing the inner thighs. And then those of you that are pausing for a break, join me here with legs extended as best you can. Hands go behind the head. Inhale, nod the chin, exhale, flex up. Pull that tummy down firm and flex the feet. And then all we're gonna do is exhale, inhale, inhale, inhale. Try to draw this leg towards you as this leg goes down. So this leg towards you as that leg goes down. Here we go, 4 more. 4 and 4. So really 8, but for each side. 3 and 3. Hold that core. 2. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. And 2. Oh, 1 more. 1. Oh my goodness. And 1. And then just bend those knees in. Whoo. Take those hands, make some circles. We're going to release those hip flexors here in a minute. Let's go the other way. Ooh-wee. The other way. All right, before we release hip flexors, we're going to do 1 more. So let's extend those legs again. Hands go behind the head. Let's go right hand supporting the head. Left arm is long. We're going to reach towards that that outside right ankle. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we're going to do 10. Inhale down, flex the feet. Exhale, use your abdominals. Pull yourself up like you're trying to touch that right outside ankle bone. And 9, and down, and 8, down, and 7. So it's a diagonal lift. Imagine you're lifting diagonally, not just twisting. 4, and 3, and 2, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Repeat. Other side. Here we go. We're going to go up and then down and then up. Squeeze those legs together. Let's do 10 more. 10. If you wanted to, you could totally squeeze your block. 9 and down. 8. Flex the feet. Your choice. 7. Straight as you can get your legs. 6. And if this is as straight as you can get your legs, then that's perfect. Good. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and hold the 1. 10, 9, 8, 7. Hold it here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Knees come down. One leg comes down. Other leg comes down. Let's do a couple hip rolls. Open up through those hip flexors. So stay here as you inhale. As you exhale, let's rock through the pelvis. Peel up as you press your hips towards the sky. Stay here for a breath. And then exhale. Slowly rolling down, pelvis comes to neutral. Inhale here. Exhale, let's rock the pelvis back. Peel up, press. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale, rolling it down. Pelvis comes to neutral. One more time, inhale. Exhale, let's rock back, press, lift, core engaged, nice and strong here as you inhale. Exhale, rolling it down. All right, we're gonna work 360 degrees. So the first thing I'm gonna get you to do is I'll invite you to turn over onto your right side. You can take your right arm long on the floor and then just bring your legs to the front corner edge of your mat. Shoulder and hips are in line, but the legs are slightly forward. Make sure that you're not gonna accidentally kick stuff. I'm gonna fold my arm because otherwise I run out of space. Feel free to fold your arm as well if that feels better for you. Bottom leg can be bent, top leg is parallel with the floor. Core is engaged, drawing up on that underside waistline so that you're not just slumping down into the mat. Think of picking up through the waistline and reaching that leg away from you. Left leg is flexed, left hand's in front, shoulder down and away from the ear. Here we go. We're gonna inhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze your glutes. Flex, inhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Flex, inhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Let's do two more, flex. Inhale, inhale, try to keep those hips still, squeeze. Last one, inhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Take the legs long, shoulder, hip, and knee all in a straight line. Core is connected. We're gonna do some side leg lifts. So here we go. This leg is parallel, bottom leg is strong. Point as you lift, squeeze as you lower. Hold that core. Point as you lift, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let's do four more. For 4. Exhale, hold that core. And 3. Exhale. And 2. Exhale. And 1. Exhale. Bring that leg up. We're going to do little rainbows with our legs the way we did with our hips. So we're going to touch and then take it back. Maybe you touch, maybe you don't. I don't want you to roll back. So only touch if you can touch. And in and back. And 3 and back. And 2 and back. And 1 and back. Bring it to center. Little circles, 8 of them forward. 1, 2, hold that core. 3, strong leg. 4, ooh, there's a burnout. 5, 6, 7, strong leg, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, reach it long. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Take it down, bend it in, give it some love. We're gonna get to the other side, but first, let's work on some extension. So let's turn over onto our abdomen. We're gonna get to the other side. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. Forehead comes down, tops of the feet pressing down into the floor. Reaching through the fronts of the thighs, so really extending those legs, bringing your hands by your ears, but about the width of your mat or a little bit wider apart. Moving into the breaststroke prep. Engage through the core, so you have the sense that you're just gently drawing your abdomen away from the mat. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Drag the nose along the mat, come up into extension, gentle extension, natural extension, not a lot of pressure here. Inhale, and then exhale, take it all the way down, shoulders relax forward. So similar to Cobra, but the arms are wider to release a little bit more through the shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, extension here. Inhale, reach those legs long. Exhale, come down, shoulders relax. Let's do one more. Shoulders roll back. Exhale, extend. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale, come down. Stack your hands under your forehead. Reach those legs long behind you and let them come up to hover off the floor. So keeping the legs long, start to flutter kick as if you're kicking little flutter board, right? You're trying to kick your way to shore, shoulders away from the ear. And you're going to inhale and exhale. Keep pulling your tummy in. So try not to let your tummy just relax and spill itself all over the floor. Try to keep it engaged. Stay here as you inhale and exhale. Now we're going to stay here for a few more counts. So your option is to keep your head and hands down or lift the head and upper body. So you're hovering upper body as well. And we're going to inhale for 5 and exhale. Inhale for 4 and exhale. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale for 3 and exhale. Inhale for 2 and exhale. Hang on, we're almost done. Inhale for 1 and then exhale. Reach everything long. Take your hands behind you. Reach, reach, reach. Take everything down. Rock your hips side to side. Now, turn over so that you're on your left side. I'm going to flip over so that you can continue to see my face, but you can just do a 1/4 turn so that you'll end up lying on your left side with your left arm under your head and your legs out in front. Reaching long through the legs, core's engaged, shoulders are down, feet are in the front corner of your mat, arms are down. We're going to start with our leg sweeps. So let's take that leg up, parallel. Now press out through the heel, okay? Reach the leg along, activate that underside waistline so you're not just spilling down into the mat. And here we go. We're going to inhale, inhale, exhale. So we're using the core to keep our body still. Okay, hips don't move. Here we go, flex. Inhale, inhale, exhale, reach. So we're using this as an active stretch. Press, press, exhale, hold that core. Here we go. Press, press, reach, holding the core. Here we go. Press, press, exhale. Whew. Let's go for 3. And reach, hold that core. And 2. And reach. And 1. And reach. Take your legs, line them up. Let's do the leg lift. Core is strong, shoulders down, point the toe as we inhale. Exhale to squeeze. We're going to do 10 for 9. Exhale, hold the core for 8. Again, keep engaging through the waist and don't let the hips move too much. So you're only moving as high as this leg can go within its socket. Good. Last count, 5 and 4 and 3. Inhale up, exhale down, 2 and 1. We're going to go into our little rainbow. So reaching that toe, we're going to drop forward, reach it long, drop back. See if you can touch down without rolling back. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Oh, outer thighs. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. All right, bring that leg up. 8 circles forward. This leg is on fire. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's circle it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, point, and flex, and point. Ooh, feel that work. Let's do 1 more. Oh, bend that knee in. Give it a little bit of a rub and a smack. Let that muscle open itself up. All right, let's turn over on to our back. Ooh, all the hard work is done, folks. All the hard work is done. So we're going to move into some forms to help open up through all of that stuff that we just worked on. So let's just pause here for a moment. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to do a slow slide release with our legs into extension. So just pause here for a second, take a breath. And then when you're ready, you might need to move your mat out of the way or put on a pair of socks, but we're just going to slide down to a count of 10, both legs together, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's just pause here for a moment. This is a great way to allow the hip flexors to turn off. We will be stretching through the fronts of the thighs, but this is just a nice way for us to catch our breath. Just check in and see how we're feeling so far. And then when you're ready, just bending those knees back up again. Let's start with a figure 4 stretch just to open up through that lateral thigh because we just finished working with that muscle group. So let's bring the right leg over. Let's cross it here. Now there's a couple options here. Some of us, if you prefer a more dynamic movement, you might choose to just stay here in this form and you can rock side to side, okay? It doesn't have to be big. You're just allowing the hips to move side to side. So that might feel good for you. Your other option would be to stay here in stillness and just appreciate whatever stretch you're experiencing here. Or if you need a little bit more, you can take your right hand and thread it through the space you've created by crossing that right leg over. And you're just gonna draw this in here. And then just allow the left leg to relax. So the stretch will be a little bit, probably for many of us, a little bit more intense of a stretch down the outside of the right leg, especially around the hip joint area, but you might be feeling other areas as well. And we're just gonna stay here and breathe. If you're here and you're like, oh, Ellen, I think I want a little bit more. If you want a little bit more, you can allow the legs to cross, and then you're just gonna reach for your ankles. So you might have to lift your head and then flex your feet and then let the upper body come down. And this is gonna be a little bit of a deeper stretch, but keep those toes pointing up as you press your feet to the sky. So don't let your heels drop down, keep pressing up. It's that resistance against the stretch that's gonna give you the lengthening sensation. Good, and then as you're ready, release whatever form you're in, and then just come down. You might choose to lengthen your legs, or you might just choose to widen your stance with your feet and just let your knees tend inwards for a moment here and just take a breath. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Let's cross over. So again, you can go side to side here. Okay, or perhaps you can come into your figure 4. You might also choose to take the legs and increase the stretch by crossing them, heels to the sky, like you're tying yourself in a little knot. I call this whale's tail. I'm not sure that I actually came up with that name. I think I must have heard it from somewhere, but it reminds me of a big orca's tail here. So just pressing here as you inhale and exhale. Good, and then let's release that. Oh, this just feels good too, to just pull in. So maybe just take a minute. Ooh, find what feels right. Give yourself a moment there. Good, and then release that. Just keeping my eye on the time. Let's do a little bit of work for the opening for the front of the thigh. So let's turn over onto the side. And we're gonna take the, grasp the right ankle with the right hand, and we can pull that back. See if you can get that right knee to come down in line or more parallel towards the floor as you gently press your hips open. You're gonna be feeling a stretch along the front of the right thigh, allowing that right shoulder to roll back. So again, you don't want it to be rolling forward. See if you can get it to open back, and it will give you a little bit of a chest stretch as well. We didn't get to do push-ups today, but we did some other stuff. So I'm happy with that. try to fit push-ups in wherever I can because I don't really enjoy doing them, but it's great for upper body strengthening. So, but we didn't today, but that's okay. If you want, you can do push-ups on your own time. Good, and then release that. Now you can either flip over onto your other side. I'm just gonna do a little spinorama. Take this leg up and then take it back. So I'm realizing that I'm at my 45-minute cutoff. So what I'm going to do is I'll give those of you that are tied to 45 minutes and that's all you have, this is a great place to pause or stop the recording, and you can always come back and do the rest at another time. For those of you that want to continue after the stretch, what the invitation will be is we'll come into sitting to do a little bit of breath work, and then we'll end with Shavasana, or relaxation form. So for those of you that want to stop, thanks for coming. I'll see you next week. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Maybe you can come back to the end portion of this class at another time when you would like to spend some time with breath work and maybe a nice juicy relaxation form. Otherwise, for those of you that are continuing on with me for the next few moments, I'll invite everyone to come into sitting. So you want to be comfortable because we'll be sitting for a little bit. So I would recommend using a bolster or a cushion. And just finding a form that's comfortable. If you feel like you're cooling down and you need to wrap yourself up in a little blanket, feel free to do that. I'm going to just reorganize my hair situation here. And so for this pranayama, we're just going to come into some very gentle alternate nostril breathing. So I'll invite everyone to just start by finding a comfortable seat. If you would prefer to sit on a chair, that's great as well. And just take a moment to allow yourself to settle in. So for some of us, that might mean closing the eyes. That can help take awareness inward. And for others, it might just mean softening the gaze, allowing the eyes to remain open, but just casting your gaze downward so that you're simply you're simply looking at a point 3 or 4 feet in front of you as a focal point, not necessarily as a way to take in information. So you're not observing your surroundings, you're simply allowing your eyes to rest on a focal point. The eyes are open. Maybe just take a moment and notice how your body's feeling after that little fusion flow class that we just finished. Just allowing your breath to soften. Now we're going to move into the preparation for Anuloma Viloma, or alternate nostril breathing. Nadi Shodhana is the other name. So to prepare for this, let's allow our awareness to come to our breath. And just very gently start expanding the breath. So very, very gently, just start considering even lengthening your inhalation and lengthening your exhalation. So the breath will slow down, but it will start to deepen as well. As you continue with this slow, deeper breath, you might even start to consider visualizing the breath moving into your lungs as it would move into a container, filling the bottom of the container first, and then filling the middle of the container, and then filling up through the top of the container with each inhalation. And then as you exhale, you might choose to visualize the top of the container emptying of breath, and then the middle of the container emptying of breath, and then the bottom of the container emptying of breath. So the invitation is to work with that visualization of the three-part breath, or what we call in yoga, the Dirga breath. Being very gentle, inviting the breath to come into the body, and gently escorting the breath out of the body. All right, so as we prepare to move into Nadi Shodhana or Anuloma Viloma, just a couple of words of guidance. If at any time this practice makes you feel uneasy, uncomfortable, short of breath, or agitated, please discontinue the pranayama and just come back to your natural breath, a breath that feels soothing and comfortable for you, and just continue to remain with that natural breath for as long as you need, whether it's for the rest of the pranayama practice or even if it's just for a few moments. All right. All right, so for Anuloma Viloma or Nadi Shodhana, let's take the right hand and fold the first two fingers down to make the Vishnu mudra. A mudra is a hand gesture, and it's the hand gesture to Lord Vishnu, which is the preserver of life in the trinity of the yoga pantheon or the Hindu pantheon. The left hand can remain palm down. If for whatever reason you're not able to do this with your right hand, you don't have a right hand, you need to do this with your left hand, that's totally fine as well. This is just how I've learned it, and so this is the tradition that I practice. Turning that right hand to face your face, take a full inhalation through the nose, exhale through both nostrils. Close the right nostril with the right thumb, inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril with the pinky finger and ring finger, and then exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. Now we've completed one round. So let's continue. Inhaling through the left. Closing the left, exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Closing the right, exhaling through the left. Let's do one more round together, and then I'll let you practice at your own pace. Inhaling through the right, or pardon me, through the left. Close the left, exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. So continuing with this pattern at your own pace. Allowing the breaths to be slow and deep. perhaps choosing to follow that 3-part breath that we did at the start of the practice, if that feels right for you. You might choose to have your eyes closed, or you might choose to have your eyes open. We'll end when you've exhaled through the left nostril. Once you've done that, no rush. Just allow your hands to rest in your lap or on your thighs, releasing the mudra. And if your eyes were closed, you might choose to leave them closed, or if there were, just soften gaze. Allow the gaze to remain soft and just take your attention to how you're feeling, any sensations that might be present. As we let our subtle body, our subtle energy body, absorb the benefits of the breath practice that we just were engaging in. And then when we're ready, I'll invite you to move into a position for Shavasana or final relaxation. I'm going to remain sitting in this for this last little bit of the practice. But if you would like to fully engage in the practice, I would recommend you could come into lying, perhaps take your device to your bed or even on your couch. And you might choose to cover yourself up with a little blanket. Whatever it is that you need to do, just allow yourself to be super comfy and cozy, creating an atmosphere and a situation where you can become fully and completely relaxed. So we'll be in Shavasana for about 5 minutes. So go ahead and find whatever props you might need and come down to join me. Laying on the floor, on your back, on your side, maybe on your bed, maybe in your recliner. And once you've got yourself tucked in and feeling as comfortable as possible, the invitation is to close your eyes if that feels available to you today. If you would prefer to allow your eyes to remain open, then feel free to do so. Just allow your gaze to soften. I will be offering some phrases in a way that will sound like your voice. If you feel that it's the right choice to repeat those phrases to yourself, please feel free to do so. If not, just continue to focus on your breath as we move into Shavasana. I invite my feet to relax. My feet are relaxing. I invite my legs to relax. My legs are relaxing. I invite my hips, my seat, and my lower abdominal area to relax. My hips, my seat, and my lower abdominal area are relaxing. I invite my upper abdomen, my lower back, and my middle back to relax. My lower back, my middle back, and my upper abdomen are relaxing. I invite my chest, my upper back, and the tops of my shoulders to relax. My chest, my upper back, and the tops of my shoulders are relaxing. I invite my shoulders, my arms, and my hands to relax. My shoulders, my arms, and my hands are relaxing. I invite my neck, my throat, and my jaw to relax. My neck, my throat, and my jaw are relaxing. I invite the muscles of my face and my forehead to relax. My forehead and the muscles of my face are relaxing. I invite the top of my head, the sides of my head, and the back of my head to relax. The top of my head, the sides of my head, and the back of my head are relaxing. I invite my entire body to relax. My entire body is relaxing. Slowly starting to bring your awareness back to the room, wiggling your fingers and your toes. You might choose to end practice exactly where you are. If that's the case, just remain in your lying form or wherever it is you are. And if it feels right, you might choose to take your hands to your heart. If you would like to end practice in seated, then slowly rolling over onto one side and then joining me in seated. And once you've gotten to wherever it is you'd like to end your practice, just pause for a moment, bow your head. Thank your body for the work that it's done today, for the work that it does every day to help us to engage in this beautiful life, as beautiful as it is with its struggles and challenges. My wish for you is that you are happy, healthy, safe, and move through the rest of your day with ease. Thank you so much for joining me for the day's practice. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.